What is up guys, my name is Talha and you are watching Gadgets Sphere. So in today's video, I'm gonna do a speed test comparison between the Poco X6 Pro and the Poco F4. As you guys can see, both the smartphones are connected to the same Wi-Fi network and we're gonna begin the speed test. So we have no apps running in the background, so let's get started. So we have speed test of internet. Here I think the Poco F4 actually won compared to the Poco X6 Pro, but now let's just run these tests individually and see how much of a performance gain are you going to get in the Poco X6 Pro. Now one thing which I wanted to tell you since the starting of this video is that the Poco X6 Pro has 12 GB of RAM and 512 GB of internal storage, whereas the Poco F4 only has about 6 GB of RAM with 128 GB of storage. So there's a big difference between the storage and the internal speed of these smartphones. Obviously the Poco X6 Pro uses the UFS 4.0, which is the newer structure, whereas the Poco F4 does not use that. And one more thing which you need to consider in this speed test is Poco X6 Pro has 12 GB of RAM, which is like twice the RAM compared to the Poco F4. So the Poco F4 only has 6 GB. So that will also impact a lot in the speed test. Regardless, the processor is also quite different. We have Snapdragon 870 on the right and we have Dimensity 8300 Ultra on the left. So what we can see so far from the speed test of the internet is the Poco X6 Pro is giving 184 MB download and the Poco F4 is giving a better download speed, but in upload speed the Poco X6 Pro definitely is a lot faster. So let's just open calculator. Here we say Poco F4 actually won this. Let's just write 2 plus 2 is equal to 4 to keep it in the background and close this. Let's open YouTube. 3 2 1 go. Here I would say they both are actually quite same. So yeah, this is a draw. Let's open Google Play Store. Again, that was a draw. As you guys can see, they are performing really neck and neck, and it's incredible to see how well they can actually perform. So I'm just gonna open a random app in these as well to keep this in the background. Let's close it. Let's open Flipkart. Here, as you guys can see, I think the Poco F4 won here. Let's tap on this app. Okay, they are again quite same. Let's tap on the smartphone. This is where the Poco X6 Pro won. So yeah, let's just keep it running in the background. Open Amazon. 3 2 1 go. And in Amazon, as you guys can see, again it was quite a draw, and yeah, they are working perfectly fine. So in categories, the Poco F4 won. Let's close this and let's select a random smartphone. So I'm just gonna select this smartphone. Go. This is where again the Poco F4 was a very slight bit fast. Let's open Blinkit. And in Blinkit, as you guys can see, the Poco X6 Pro is a lot faster compared to the Poco F4. I don't know why, but Poco F4 is not very well optimized with Blinkit, and perhaps I'm also using a custom ROM which is the OnePlus Oxygen OS, so that might also affect the performance. Again, as you guys can see, the Poco X6 Pro won in the category section. Now let's just come towards the light games and see how it performs. So I'm gonna open Subway Surfer and see which one opens the game faster. So we have the Poco X6 Pro, I think, is gonna win in this one as well, and there you go. But again, as you guys can see, there's like twice the RAM in the X6 Pro compared to the F4, and the F4 also has a weaker processor, and still it's performing really well. Even in Temple Run, as you guys can see, they look quite like very close to each other. The Poco X6 Pro does win, but it's not that big of a margin, It's actually quite close to each other, and that is one thing which excites me the most. That Poco F4, despite the fact that it has a weaker processor with this custom ROM of Oxygen OS, it's performing perfectly fine. I just love the way it performs. Let's open Crossy Road and see which one wins here. So Crossy Road is also a very popular game. And again, as you guys can see, the Poco X6 Pro again leads the chart when it comes to gaming, but still the difference isn't worth that much. So if you are having a Poco F4, I would not recommend you to upgrade to the X6 Pro just for the performance. As you guys can see, let's open Weather. In Weather, I can say the X6 Pro again won, but again a very slight difference, not a lot. Let's open Google app in 3 2 1 go. And yeah, again the Poco X6 Pro won. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna search GSM Arena. And as you guys can see, both were quite fast. Let's open the website and see which one loads the website faster. Again, at the same speed, as you guys can see. So yeah, there's no difference whatsoever. At the same speed, I'm gonna open this and keep it running in the background. So let's just close this. Let's open camera in 3 2 1 go. This is where the Poco F4 actually won. I think that was a win for the Poco F4. Let's open Snapseed. Again, that was absolutely similar. Open settings. This is where the Poco F4 won in settings as well. So yeah, they are performing really well. Obviously the Poco X6 Pro is winning a lot of, in gaming and other stuff. But again, let's just see the RAM management. So speed test, this is where the Poco X6 Pro has it in the RAM, whereas the F4 is reloading. Let's open calculator. Both are in the RAM, which is amazing. YouTube is in the RAM in the Poco X6 Pro, whereas it is reloading in the F4. Both have in the RAM. The Google Play Store is in RAM. Flipkart is in RAM in both the smartphones, although there was a slight bit of reload in the F4. We have Amazon, it is in the RAM in the Poco X6 Pro but not in F4. We have Blinkit. Okay, Blinkit is again in the RAM in the Poco X6 Pro, whereas it has reloaded in the F4. Let's open Subway Surfer. Again, the Subway Surfer game was not closed in the Poco X6 Pro. Now this is, I think, mainly a difference of 12 GB of RAM versus 6 GB. But still the Poco F4 did quite well in this speed test. I wasn't expecting it to be this close to the X6 Pro. I thought it would lose badly. But as you guys have already seen, there isn't that much of a difference. Let's open Crossy Road. Now Crossy Road was also in the RAM. So yeah, there's definitely a lot better gaming, RAM management performance in the Poco X6 Pro as compared to the Poco F4. But that is partially due to the fact that we have 12 GB of RAM in the X6 Pro. So yeah, both had RAM, Google was in RAM in both the smartphones. Camera was actually faster in the Poco X6 Pro. Snapseed was in RAM in the X6 Pro but not in the Poco F4. And settings, again, let's just reopen. Settings was in RAM in both the smartphones. So yeah, in terms of RAM management, the Poco X6 Pro definitely wins. But in terms of all the other stuff, like other than RAM management, that is where the Poco F4 really shines. I think the Poco F4 is doing a really good job. So what right now I'm gonna do is I'm gonna download Geekbench 6 in all of these smartphones and see how much of a good performance gain are you actually gonna get, because obviously we have a Dimensity 8300 Ultra on the left, which is very fast, like the fastest processor you can get in the market. And on the right we have the Snapdragon 870. Now I'm gonna close all the apps in the background before I run the Geekbench so that it is a fair test and not a cheating. So yeah, we have closed all the apps in background and let's just wait for Geekbench 6 to download, and I'm gonna run the tests at the same time. In 3, 2, 1, and we are about to go. So as you guys can see, the test was first completed in the Poco X6 Pro, and wow, the scores are actually quite amazing. I'm a little bit disappointed from the single core score of the Poco X6 Pro. It's not that good, but the multi-core is really amazing. It's actually quite good. So yeah, as you guys can see, the scores on the X6 Pro are very good in the multi-core. In single core, it is not as good as the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 which is present in the Galaxy S22 Ultra, but it is quite comparable to other smartphones which are like the Pixel 7 or the Pixel 6a or the S21. So yeah, it's not the best you would get, but still it's not that bad and I think it's quite acceptable. While the Poco F4 is still completing this test, which is quite sad because it should have been a little bit more faster, whereas the Poco X6 Pro has already completed the test. In multi-core, I'm quite impressed because it is as good as the Snapdragon 8 Gen Plus 1, which is very good performance for the price you are getting. Now obviously we have the OnePlus smartphones also launching with the 8 Gen 2, but obviously the Poco X6 Pro comes at a price which is unbeatable. I got this smartphone for only 28,000 Indian rupees, and at that price this is just killer performance. Like the most value for money performance you are gonna get is with the Poco X6 Pro, whereas the Poco F4 has just going to finish, and it has just finished the test, and as you guys can see, the scores are really awful, and obviously custom ROMs do affect the scores. So if you know the real score, tell me in the comments below, but I don't really like this score. It's really bad. It's performing like a Snapdragon 860 or something, and in multi-core it is quite close to the 860 again. So yeah, the scores aren't really good in the F4, and the X6 Pro does outperform the F4 in terms of the scores. But that is pretty much it for today's video. What do you think about this video? Tell me in the comments below. That is it. Hope you like it. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, keep watching Gadgets Sphere, and subscribe my channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching. Peace out.